My name is Peter Black. I'm the Welsh Liberal Democrat Assembly member for South Wales West, and I've come to the Commodore Hotel in Llandrindod, Wales, where I'm going to launch my mobile homes bill, which is going to introduce a proper management regime for mobile home sites all around Wales. I'm hoping that, to talk to about 60 or 70 residents in here about that bill as part of a consumer-focused Wales event where they're also launching the results of their research into what it's like living on park home sites all around Wales. My bill is going to introduce a better management regime for sites, a better licensing regime, and it's also going to stop some very dodgy practices, particularly around the blocking of sales of park homes for residents. So I'm hoping that we're going to get a good reception for that bill in here. The bill gives local councils a duty, the resources and the powers to police licences properly, introduce a fit and proper person test for site operators modelled on the test that already applies to houses in multiple occupation. The bill also gives Welsh ministers powers to approve a code of practice with regards to the management of sites and the powers to make management regulations and to modernise a number of aspects of the contractual relationships between mobile homeowners and site operators, including changes to the process by which homes are bought and sold. It will give the mobile homeowner the right to sell their home without the prior agreement of the site operator, and to assign the agreement containing the written statement of the terms under which a homeowner occupies their pitch. The bill does not affect the law relating to holiday or touring caravan sites, although it will affect the residential parts of any sites which are mixed. The bill will also not affect local authority gypsy traveller sites.
I was most impressed with that one word in your bill, duty.
Yeah, duty is very important.
It's vital, Local authorities always say to us, well, we've got the power, but we haven't got the duty. And that's a must, and I think, if that's in your bill, more power to you. I think it's great.
That's great, lovely.
I read Hugh's letter to you in your response, talking about the fine level. Yeah. And I thought he made good sense.
And we have changed that. Yes. We've got maximum possible fines in there. Yeah.
But it was a question of whether or not, if you set a level, if you want to change it, that needs new legislation.
Well, what you do, the Ministry of Justice has various scales. Yeah. So you set the scale, not the figure. Yes. So it's set at scale 4, which is the highest possible scale for that type of legislation. Yes. So when the Ministry of Justice revises the figure by just by an order, we don't have to legislate again. So it goes up automatically.
That's great.
Yeah. The bill will introduce far more realistic penalties for the breach of licensing conditions and other offences. And it will also introduce a repayment order provision so that site operators who sell and collect pitch fees or collect commission on sales for unlicensed sites, so if they don't get a licence and they continue to operate as if they do have a licence, they will have to repay those monies. They can be ordered to repay those monies together with any reasonable costs incurred. So local councils will also be able to issue a fixed penalty as an alternative to prosecution. So if a council goes into a site and finds that there's a problem, rather than go through the courts, they can say to the owner, sort this problem out. If you don't sort it, I'm going to give you a chance. You either go to the courts or you can pay a fine of £100 on the spot.
Could I just ask you now, I've got the opportunity, about something that concerns me once the laws are in place and it all starts to roll. Because of bad management and all the bad practices that have gone on in the past, when it comes time to improve things, there's going to be a lot of stuff that's bad, and it would be awful if the burden was put on the residents themselves to suddenly improve a lot of things that weren't their fault.
No, I agree.
There's quite a lot of areas where that might happen, and the local authority might be very zealous and very keen, but we don't want to replace one tyrant with another. No,
well, we've got provisions in the bill, but in terms of the pitch fees, they have to justify putting up the pitch fees more than CPI. They have to prove it's an improvement and not a repair. So we try to distinguish between what's an improvement, which might be, say, putting in a brand new road, or patching up an existing road, which I would class as a repair. So, if there are things which they put in which need to be done, I would say that doesn't class as an improvement, and I think the local authority need to keep an eye on that. The bill also seeks to clarify the law as to when a mobile homeowner can make internal alterations to their home and under what circumstances a site operator can relocate a mobile home to a different pitch. Unless there is a need for an urgent relocation, they will need the agreement of both parties or the consent of the Residential Property Tribunal before they move a home on the site. So that's the launch of the Mobile Homes Bill, which I'm going to be introducing in the Assembly on the 7th of November. If you want to comment on that bill, or if you want to know more about the bill, go to the Welsh Assembly's website, www.assembleywales.org, and have a look for yourself, and look at the bill, and send your comments into the committee so that they can take account of your views when they come to scrutinise it.
Cynulliad Cenedlaethol Cymru yw'r corff sy'n cael ei ethol yn ddemocrataidd i gynrychioli buddiannau Cymru a'i phobl, i ddeddfu ar gyfer Cymru ac i ddwyn Llywodraeth Cymru i gyfrif. I gael rhagor o wybodaeth ac i ganfod pwy sydd yn eich cynrychioli, ewch i cynulliadcymru.org neu gallwch chi'n dilyn ar Facebook a Twitter.